Okay.
Hey everybody, me and my dad and my coughing husband is in the, and I've been coughing too, so you just have to look over us.
It's just the weather.
Yeah, we are in the wood shop, and it is dreary and raining outside, but the weather was actually fairly warm, and it's been cold, so we took the opportunity to get in the wood shop because I became so inspired. I have been looking online trying to find cardboard display boxes that would work good with my soap. And then this lady on my Facebook page, and that's it's the Essential Soap Facebook chat page, and you can find that on my website. This is my resource website, www.kimberlymacnut.com, and right now, if you search for that on Google, it's on page 2. But we're working our way up to you, babe. Anyway, and so she is absolutely the most awesome, smart lady. And she has Chickadee soaps, or Creek. Wait. C-H-E-E-K-Y. Chickadee soaps. And her father got in the wood shop and made this absolutely awesome box. And I thought to myself, why didn't I think of this? Look at this. I have a wood shop, Daddy.
You haven't given me any chance to put my makeup on. I didn't know we were taping.
It wouldn't help you, Don.
Anyway, so I was like, you are so silly, Kim. Here you have the resources of this awesome daddy. And he could even sell these. He already sells the most awesome soap molds that he first started out making with me in the wood shop, and now he makes them and sells them, and I help him sell them online. You can find those soap molds if you would like to purchase one on my KimberlyMacnut.com website. And oh, Daddy, move over. You're out of camera. Okay, and you can find them on my soap website, www.essential-soaps.com. And, oh, my phone went off. Okay, so here it is. Here is her absolutely awesome box. These little white bars don't go away. I don't know why. Maybe if I... There we go. And so she made this beautiful wood square box.
Pull it closer.
I'll pull it closer.
Closer. There you go.
Okay, she made this beautiful wood box with a little pop-up at the back, and she put her own design on it, and she's got her beautiful soaps in it. And wouldn't this just be perfect to take to your local gift shop or hardware store to see if they might like to put your soaps on consignment, and they have this awesome little box for them to sit on a shelf or a counter, and you can look so professional. So anyway, so we're going to make something similar to this today. And, of course, I had to invite you along. Okay, so what I bought is I went down to Lowe's, and these were $3.98 a piece, and I call this Luan, but it has a slicker surface than this, so I thought that you could put that, you could attach or adhere that sign. So this will be the wood that I'll use for the sign that's stuck up in the back.
This is pine.
And this is pine. What would you call this? Is this Luan too?
That looks like poplar.
It's pine, but what do you call this? Is it just pine plywood?
Yeah.
Okay, just pine plywood. And I looked for ones that had pretty decent, you know, some of them had these little cracks in them. And so I picked out the decent ones. And these were $4.98. And I got 2 of those. So what we'll do is, oh, and there's one. See this crack? But this side was pretty. And so anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut these into 4 pieces, and this will make 4 the bottoms to the boxes. So this will make the floor of our box similar to a drawer in your bedroom. And then Lowe's is wonderful about cutting wood for you, and they did have some pre-cut wood. But I wanted it to be more rustic. I wanted it to be real rustic and rough looking. And I'm going to take this, I got gun stock stain, and this mini wax wood finish, it penetrates stains and seals, so it has a light glossy finish. And I wanted it to look real rustic And see, I don't want to sand it at all. I want it to just have a real rustic feel because my soaps are sort of rustic looking. And so these were, for a whole one, was on sale for $1.97.
And I love your hat.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, and I asked the people at Lowe's if they would cut them in half for me exactly, and so that I could put them in my car. And they did. And so these will be
8 foot long, cut in half.
yeah, 8-foot boards, an inch thick. They were on the back wall at Lowe's, the cheap stuff. They are lightly rounded on the top and flat on the bottom, so that is going to make them good for the box. And we're going to put these together. All right, so we're going to get set up for our first cut. And I forgot. I bought some 1-inch wood screws. I bought the stain. I bought some wood glue. And then for those of you who have upper respiratory issues or just for safety because there's a lot of sawdust being flew up in the air, you can wear a mask. And safety glasses are always the way to go because we must protect our eyes, and wood gets all flying up, and we don't want to end up with half-made boxes in the hospital getting funk out of our eyes. And then I brought some gloves for when I did the stain, and some paper towels to do that with so I can just rub it on and throw them away. I'm hoping that works. And then I brought some of my soaps so that I could see how much soap I could fit in my box. Now, you could adjust your size. But I was in my car, and how big are these?
2 by 2.
They're 2 by 2 1/4.
Okay, 2 by 2 1/4. So
Basically.
these were pre-cut and ready to go, and so I just went with a foot by foot size box. But you could do 1.5 feet. You could do it longer and still 1 foot wide. But these were available, and they would fit in the car. So I bought them.
And they were pretty cheap.
And they were pretty cheap. And I didn't have to worry about putting a great big one on top of the roof and it blowing off and hitting a cop car. Alright, so we're going to set up for the first thing we're going to do. Oh, I forgot. Randy's cutting off the camera. Is it recording?
It's
okay.
recording.
Alright, Daddy, you tell them what you're doing.
Okay, we've got the 2 by 2 square boards, and I use a table saw, but you can use one of these, and you can also take a piece of lumber, and if you probably have to put a screw in hole in it, but you can make a guide out of it where the blade will go right down the middle.
Or you could take a ruler and a pencil or a marker and mark you a perfect square. And then cut one way, and you would lay it on a sawhorse, and then you would cut it with the skill saw, and then you would take your 2 pieces and cut it with your skill saw. But we've got this fancy piece of machinery, so
you always have to cut when you're cutting something that's just 2 by 2, right down the middle of the line. So you don't want to be over the line this way or over the line that way like you normally would. You just cut the line out.
all right. And now what you've done is you set it to where the blade is exactly 1 foot from this, so that when we run it across there, it'll be an exact right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that it won't splinter the wood.
Yeah. Is it still recording?
It is.
All right, leave it be.
We've got to plug in the machine.
It's going to get loud, so we're
Plug
going to
it
cut
in the
it.
machinery always helps.
It's going to get loud, so you want to cut.
Yes, and so now this is loud, so you might want to turn your volume down a little bit once this turns on. Alright, and what we're going to do, we've fixed it 1 foot from here to the blade, and then we're going to run it through. Now, Daddy, do you wear safety goggles whenever you do stuff like this?
These are my safety goggles right here.
Okay, now I'm not going to wear the face mask.
I have to have magnification.
Alright, So now it's going to be loud, but so what we're going to show you doing the first one, even though it's loud. Side.
Sometimes the saw will catch it and throw it back. In fact, right here is a broken.
Over here, Daddy, there's a dent. There's the electrical plate is broken because a piece of wood went and hit the electrical plate back there.
Lucky it didn't go through Dawn.
I know. So always let it run all the way through and catch it on the other side. Okay, so now we have 2 pieces. And now we're going to cut those in half.
Yeah.
Do we need to?
This was what we'll do to make them square. Let's see. Let's be sure this is the right way. Okay, it is. Yeah, that's 12. That's 12.
All right. See how much this one is?
It's the same.
That's a foot.
All right, so we've got.
Just about the same.
All right, now, but we said that this way it was 2 foot and 1/4, right?
I think it was. If this is not the one I cut, you put it up and I cut it. Yeah, this is 2 1/4.
All right, this way it's 2 1/4, so we're going to adjust this slightly to 1
Let's
1/8.
just cut one and then we'll cut a little off of the edge of that.
That'd be the easiest way.
All right.
And it really doesn't matter, I don't think.
Now, would it be safe to cut both boards at the same time?
Could, but I'd rather cut one at a time.
That's right. It's safer though, isn't it?
No, not safer.
It don't matter? Okay.
One might slide a little bit.
Randy, there's Kleenexes over there. Pieces of machinery. I don't know, Daddy. What do you call that?
Well, that's going to be on the bottom.
Makes it more rustic.
It's the new bottom. Anyway, but we'll just dust that off because it don't matter and whatnot. But that's what can happen with these powerful machinery. You have to push them all the way
We still
out.
got to use those 2 boards you just took, Kim.
Yeah, I know.
We got to cut a little bit more off of them.
Oh, well, we'll wait on that until we cut these 2. We'll cut them all and then we'll
We won't
decide.
do the push stick on this, I don't think. I always use a push stick when I'm up close to the blade.
So you think it was the push stick that
Because
did
I've
it?
got a little thing that happened the other day on that.
That lady ordered 5 soap holes. A lady ordered 5 soap molds and she wanted to get them as quickly as possible. So Dad was in overdrive and he accidentally, in his hurrying, he accidentally cut the end of his finger off.
No, I didn't. Just the skin.
Well, that's the end, isn't it?
Well, it'd be rough if it was.
And he can't play the guitar. It's horrible.
Oh, I play the guitar right now.
Oh, are you? I thought you couldn't
I play
play.
guitar every day.
But I thought with the injury you couldn't do it. And it was all my fault. Okay. All right. So we have 2 boards slightly taller than the others. Let me bring that in because these were slightly different lengths. See how those are a little skinnier or shorter than them 2? But you know, it's not much, Daddy. We're going to cut that wood.
We'll just take
and
it off
groove
right here.
in there.
It'll be real easy.
But we could just leave them like it is because.
It'll mess up the end.
Okay. Those 2 are the 2 that's slightly longer.
You give me the wrong one, so maybe
I don't think that it's just not enough to worry with, Daddy. And I think we just leave them like they are. Okay, so now we're gonna turn off the camera and cut this other board, and then we'll bring you back for the next step.
There you go.
Okay, now we've already cut a couple of them. We wanted to get the knack of it before we showed you how we did it. We've cut a little insert, and we've got to do this twice to make the insert wide enough. But what we're doing is we've set this board up to where the pocket will run just close to the bottom, and we've stuck the saw blade up. How high is that, Daddy?
I didn't measure it, it's just about right though.
We did it just about right. And so we just stuck the saw blade up to where it'll make a little pocket. And then we're running it across it. So now, guard your ears, it's going to be loud.
Guard your ears.
Yeah, turn it on, Dee. There, and we're going to have to make it wider, so we're going to have to do this twice. All right, so Dad, show them how you did that.
Well, we got to move.
How far are we going to move it over?
We'll move it.
For a quarter of an inch.
And
Actually, you would turn your board like that. Now you're going to bring your fence in.
yeah, bring it towards
Let's
it.
set our board right here where I can see.
Yeah, that gives you a good visual.
Right. About right there.
Fence over.
That's about right.
How's that look, Daddy?
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Now,
And the
before
camera-
we start, we need to take your other thing, that over there, your tri-square, and check the blade and make sure that fence is,
Let's do that.
make sure that fence is straight. It's an older piece of equipment, so you got to be pretty much precise on the.
It's not touching it on this side.
Yeah, that's what I said. You gotta, and it could be the fact that this board here is a little bit warped. I don't know. But it's better just to check it and make sure it's all squared up.
I don't think that'll be close enough.
All right.
Now, we just start running these boards back through again.
Yep.
And check it after we get one through that your plywood will slide in there.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
Let me have another push stick here.
Here's one.
This'll do. Yeah.
Back it out too much.
We did that when we adjusted.
Yeah, we did. Let me show them. See, in our feeds to be square, we accidentally got it out of whack.
And there, that needs pulling out pretty soon. It's a staple, we didn't want to go through.
Oh, okay.
That little saw blade
All right.
pretty fast.
Oh, too much, Don.
Yeah, back it up just a little bit, Daddy.
Well, right there. Now, before you lock it down, let me check this other side. Where's your square?
Put it right there.
You gonna hand it to me? Alright, now move your board out. Right over here. Loosen that, run that up, tighten that up. Right over here. Now move your hand, Kim.
Not too much.
Alright, move. Let me check one more time. That should be running board up. Let me look at it. That's perfect. Back your board off, Don, before you turn it on. There we go.
Okay, and now sometimes you get just a little thin piece of wood in there, but you just take you a screwdriver and just dig that out until your pocket
It's clean.
is clean.
I think if I made these, I would have a little easier way and a better way of making them.
Yeah, you
You know, he's saying I'm doing it the hard
build a
way.
jig.
Anyway, and here's that staple that we should have gotten out earlier to make sure we don't never hit it with a saw blade. And now, no, over here.
I'll check and see.
I know, but we gotta do it where everybody at home can see what we're doing. And so it fits perfectly in the pocket. And except for on this end, it's a little tight for some reason.
Well,
We'll have
figure that
to
out
work
with
on that
chisel.
end there just a little bit. All right.
You just have to take the chisel and do that.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to run them through again. Now I have reserved 2 boards because this is our front board, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that later. All right. So we're going to run the rest of these through, and we'll bring you right back. Okay, now we're recording, Daddy. All right, now what we've done is this is our 2 front boards, and we're going to split those right down the middle so that when the soap is in the box, it'll stick out some and show in the front. And now the Chickadee Soap Company did this really pretty little, what do you call that, slope? Yeah, just a slope and then everything. It's just that I'm just going to make them square because that's a lot of work and all that good stuff. So we're just going to make the front boards shorter than the back boards and go with that. All right, so hang on. Let me put the soap up. Watch your ears, everybody.
Just a little bit of adjustment here. Let's see if that will do it. We must be crowding a little bit. Probably have to work on the board, or maybe we didn't get it just right. Let's see, close that and try it again.
off, and so we'll have this extra board in case something goes wrong with one of them and we got to redo something. All right, so this is our 2 front boards, and so like right here, you can see that the soap will stick out just a little bit and show itself.
You could have them even there.
You think we should, Daddy? We could pull it down a little bit shorter and still have room for the little pocket?
I don't know. No, probably not.
Okay, all right.
That'll shorten it some.
Oh yeah, that'll shorten it some too because of the 4 going in. All right, so now we're going to reset it up, and let me show you the ones we finished. We finished all of them with our pocket going through.
Let me see one, Kim.
All right, just 1 second. And see that the floor, it fits inside the groove of the box. And are you wanting one of these or one of these?
One of those.
One of these.
No, let's see, one of those.
Oh, one of those,
I
okay.
gotta get my high.
All right.
I gotta put this groove. Go down so exactly where that'll go across it and not get too. Where are we? In there. Let's see.
A little bit lower. A little bit lower, Daddy. Now try that. Only you're not on there. There you go.
Now there, right now. Go down.
Yeah, that looks good, Daddy. Okay.
Now you show me, Mark, where you want
What we ought to do,
bottom.
yeah, what we ought to do is we ought to line it up like this. Let me see your pencil. Let me show the folks at home what we're doing, or what I'm doing. We'll get it on that side. And I'm making it flat here. And I'm marking my line. So now that would be correct, right, Daddy? That's what you needed?
Sure that matches.
That looks good there, Daddy. Just as the bird flies.
Okay, we'll run one.
All right. Watch your fingers. it's got to come towards you. A little bit more.
Right there.
It needs to be backed up, I think, just a fraction, Randy. Yeah, just back it up just a right there looks perfect.
It'll do just a little bit, and then you put your board over there.
Yes, I will.
And see if it'll go in.
All right. Hold it there just for a second, thumb. Okay, is it unlocked?
Yeah.
All right, tap it away from us, away from the board. Whoa. All right, now run it up close. Run it up close. Take the wood. No, this wood up close. Yeah, that should do it there, Daddy. All right, lock it and turn it down. Let's see. Extra there that we'll have to clean out, but that won't take but a second. And then that's our front pieces. All right, so we'll bring you back as soon as we get to the next step. Okay, Daddy, what are you doing?
The main thing when you buy new lumber is, even though it looks square on the ends, I just take the saw and just fit it.
And that way it's perfectly square on the end. So you're just taking the fractionest of the wood off, but just enough to make a good clean edge.
Yeah.
It's almost as if all you're doing is taking off sawdust.
Yeah.
I'll take that one so we don't accidentally do it again.
This ain't coming out very good.
Hang on, I gotta show Randy. What you doing over there, Randy?
Trying to get this where y'all didn't cut it right.
Yeah, did you hear that, Daddy? We didn't cut it right. He left us to go to the bathroom, and so we didn't have his expertise.
What happened, we should have run it back through one more time through the middle.
Yeah, but we can have a lot more fun watching Randy. Alright. Okay, guys, I'll bring you back for the next step. Not yet. It goes on that pile over there, Daddy.
Has this been done here?
That's the ones that you still got to do. This one here has been done.
That needs to be sprayed.
Oh, okay. That's your next one. That's your next project, man. The master's at work. Okay, everybody. So we have took the chop blade and Daddy has cut our pieces, and that was these here, and our front pieces.
Which is a split of one of those pieces.
Yeah, which is one of those in half. And we have our board in the bottom, and as you can see, hello Ladybug, we have our short piece in the front, so that the soap is more visible in the front, and you could do that real pretty swooping thing down like she did in that chickadee box with a jigsaw, but I didn't want to do that.
Well,
and so
you would actually hide part of your soap there if you did that, unless you did it at the very corner.
yeah.
I like that to do it.
All right, and so you like this method better?
You can see all the soap.
Yeah, all the way across. And so now, as you can see, this is the Essential Depot mold. This is soap made with it. And 3, this is my old-fashioned lard lye soap with lavender. And this is my old-fashioned lard lye soap with tea tree. And this is my old-fashioned lard lye soap with pine tar. And as you can see, 3 of those fits across perfectly. And I will give you the measurements on these. And then this is my father's mold that we make here at the wood shop, and he sells these regularly. He makes them to order. So like a lady ordered one, what, day before yesterday?
Now it's, well, last week we mailed it.
Oh no, we've got a new order
yeah, we
in.
got a new order for
And
the regular large.
and so he's going to town right now to get his hinges that he needs and things to make it, and so he's going to start making these and selling them. And I know he'll do a prettier job than I do. I'll just throw it together. I want it to look rustic. Don't worry about it, right? Drives him absolutely crazy because he likes everything perfect and sanded and all the joints, just so. But in any case, I just wanted it to look rustic. And so anyway, so 4 of the soaps that my daddy makes, the soap mold, will fit in this box. And when you make one for us to take pictures of, we'll give you 4 bars of soap so you can make sure that when you get it all lined up, because he sells the molds, the soap that's made in your molds has to fit perfect in there too. So anyway.
2.5 inches.
And so there you go. And of course, now the chickadee lady, I call the chickadee lady, her and her dad made these inserts to go in here to divide the soaps out, but I just don't want that. I want to just be able for people to, for them to just be in there and just straighten them every now and then, and I'm not really concerned about inserts. But would you want to make inserts and sell them with or without?
It'd be a little more problem. Be a lot more work, cost more, because you got to have a little narrow stuff. It's got to fasten up here. You're talking about one long insert.
Yeah, it's like it's actually like a tic-tac-toe board. You could do one here and one here, and they don't have to permanently affix. They can be able to lift them in and out.
The problem you'd have to be where you could put at least 2 bars or 3 in each square.
Yes.
And I think that would take up a lot of room.
I thought so too. I mean, I just thought that, it would look all fancy, but it would be harder to line the soaps up with the size of my soap. So anyway, all right, and then we've not cut the loo on yet, and it's going to screw in at the back, and we're gonna not cut it this wide. It's going to be possibly just a little bit more narrow. And it's going to be shorter, because some people might want to put this box on a shelf, and they got to have clearance. So, I'm going to make it shorter and whatnot, and that's good. So anyway, and what we have is our piece in the front right here, and our piece in the back is slightly longer than the pieces on the ends for it to all. And I'm going to just take this apart so you can see. And ta-da! And I'll give you the measurements on this one as we go along. All right, let's go on to our next step. Okay, everybody, this is the box that we're making. As you can see, this will hold our soap, and we can put so many of that size and so many of that size. With this being lower, you can see a little bit of the label. We have got 2 screws in the back, 1 screw in the front, and other than that, it's just good old-fashioned wood glue. What we have is these 2, the front and the back piece is longer than the side pieces. And the side piece, the front piece and the back piece is 11 inches and 15/16, and the sides are 11 and a half. And that's 12 inches or 1 foot and 15/16, and which is almost 13 inches, isn't it? And
Almost.
then 11 and a half on our sides. And then our board is about a foot. It is just a touch longer going one way, but with our deep pockets, we've been able to make that work without a problem. So we didn't have to go back and cut that off. Hopefully, we won't have to on none of it. And so it really does take 2 people, I find, with this, and this is what we do. And is I put my sides on.
Gotta get the side, huh?
And I pull it back a little bit and get the back piece on. And then I push it forward till it touches. And we start on this corner, and I hold it. Let me do this part, you do your part. All right, there you go. And we're putting one at the top and one at the bottom.
I'm just giving it a little extra support, so I'm going to push it out of the hand.
One
And it's
inch.
easier to have 2 drills, one set up with your pilot drill bit and the other one with your screwdriver, so that it makes it a little faster. You don't got to switch bits.
Okay.
And go ahead and get the other one on that side.
Uh-huh.
Alright, about right there. The reason we're doing a pilot hole,
They can't hear you.
well,
The reason he's doing a pilot hole
keep
is
the
so
wood
that
from
the
splitting.
wood won't split when you put the screw in. All right, and then we do the same thing on this side,
Get it all level flush out.
and it is not.
The less glue you can put on these, the better. Because, as my father-in-law pointed out, stain don't stick to glue.
Do the bottom first on this one.
Okay.
We're having a little bit of problem with warpage.
Put it right
I
there.
bought the cheap wood, they tell me.
You did.
Wood was wood. I mean, I went back there, and this was on sale for $1.97 for 8 foot. The other stuff was what, like 16?
20 cents more.
No, it was like 16 bucks.
20 cents more.
It was like 16 bucks. And so I was like, that looks rustic.
Rustic. That's a good word. This drill here, I bought at my candy store too, by the way.
Where?
Harbor Freight. I called it my candy store. Everybody knows it's my candy store. But they had it for only, I think it was under 20 bucks for some good little drills, lithium battery. Of course, this is my father-in-law's. It's professional.
Well, it's,
Okay, Randy,
Yeah.
we've got just a little bit of a crack, but it looks like when we put the screws in, it'll be just fine.
Probably pull it too.
All right, so now the next thing we do, after we're sure it's all going to fit together, is we pull this piece out, and we get our wood glue.
Which we got at Lowe's.
Yeah, and we got the water soluble. Randy did it. And we put a bead in here to keep everything happily together. Alright. Then we put our box back in the groove. Little piece of wood. Shove it together. Take this piece here, which has got something on it that I'm going to get off now, if it'll come. I don't know what that was. And I put my bead of glue down in it. Set it in front.
And then it's my turn.
And you got to squeeze it and get it all lined up, and then you hold one side at a time. We're just putting one screw in the front. Take this and
it's rustic.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, rustic. The chickadee lady did a beautiful job. Her and her father. They did all that perfecting things.
I'm a truck driver.
They sanded and they designed and they beautified. Daddy, you gonna make one of these for us to take pictures of it the way you gonna do it, all prettified and beautiful? Okay, so my camera cut off. Nobody knows why. But you did get us to see us put in the last screw and see the whole procedure, how it did it. My dad's going to make one of these, and we're going to, for a display. And he may not do the pockets. He may make his boards, the bottom board, a little bit bigger so it'd sit on top of these and just put screws right in the bottom. But I bought those boards at pre-cut. So I had to cut them evenly, and to be able to fit my soap in here, if I had made it smaller so that this board would have sit on top, then I wouldn't have been able to get as many bars of soap in here as I wanted. So I had to do the pockets, or the little grooves, so that I could get the amount of soaps that I wanted inside my box. If you bought this in a great big sheet, then you could cut it any size you wanted, but I don't know, what do we do with that sheet? There it is. But as you know, I bought these pre-cut, so I just cut them into 4 pieces. Now I also made another box. Hang on. And I'm hoping that Dad will make these as well. This is a double box. It has one divider in it. And this would sit really nice on not on like your counter, your cash register counter, but on a shelf in a shop. And so I made one like this one, and I used 2 of my pieces and put screws in the bottom, and then I put one of the pieces that we cut off the top of this. I put it right here, and I think that looks pretty cool. What do you think, Dad? Yeah, what it was is we just had some scrap pieces, and I ended up with this scrap being just a touch short, so I literally cut me just a little bitty piece of wood and stuck it in there.
That makes it rustic.
Yeah, that makes it more extra rustic. And I put it in the back, not the front. So anyway, so this is our two boxes.
You wouldn't want to be gaudy.
I didn't want to be gaudy, that's right. Anyway, so now we're gonna put the rest of our boxes together, and then I'll bring you back when we cut the back piece, the back splash, that will have the essential soap thing stuck to it. So I'll be bringing you right back. Hey everybody, we've got our boxes made. We've still got to do our backboard, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, I wanted to show you something that my daddy makes that we're going to start putting for sale on the website where we're selling the soap molds. And that's that www.essential-soaps.com, and also the www.kimberlymcnutt.com, which is a soaper's resource page. Has all kinds of recipes, has my videos easier to find by subject matter, and more stuff is coming there. So when you go there today, when you go back, there's probably going to be more stuff. But in any case, he makes these beautiful boxes. And now tell us what that's made out of.
This is walnut. Black walnut.
Black walnut. See how it shimmers? It's so pretty. The pattern too seems to be alive.
Not all walnut is that way,
But this
that one
is.
yeah.
Have you got more of this?
I've got a stack of walnut.
All right, so he's got some more
But
of
I
this.
don't know if I've got any like that.
Okay.
That's what
Every one of them's unique.
Yeah, each one of these is all handmade, just like the soap molds. I mean, he makes the soap molds at certain, exact measurements, but he uses wood and he signs each one, and each one has a little bit different character. And now this is the bottom.
These are for, let's tell them what they're for.
Well, I have one a little bit smaller than this with the pop-up top that I use to keep my fingernail file, my fingernail trimmers, all my grooming accessories for my tweezers.
I can make small boxes.
Yes.
But this size here is kind of a standard size that I make to put, if you got a recliner and a table by it, it's perfect to sit there and keep your pen.
Remote control.
Remote control to the TV, a pad of paper, cell phone,
Cigar box.
cigar box. Oh, those are beautiful for cigars. Although a cigar box might be a touch shorter, but that looks like that'd be a perfect cigar box too. But in any case, now he did this one, but now he doesn't have any more of this wood left. But he gets different wood at all times because we harvest it. I mean, he'll find wood, friends will bring him wood, and we try to, like this wood that you're talking about using is aged.
Well, it's been aging about 15 years.
Yeah, so, and he don't go out and just buy brand new wood to make these. He tries to find wood with character. But these metal knobs are also things that he does along with
But we have to just buy,
the wood knobs, but we have to buy the knobs.
These all fit, we just, see, this one had to have a piece under here because of
Yeah,
this was stabilized with glue, and then I planed it, and that knot will never come out.
because you have this backboard on there to support it. All right,
That's
so
size.
anyway, so now he's not going to make these to order yet. What he's going to do is he's going to make one or two and put them on the website. And then once it sells, it'll be gone, and he'll make another one, and we'll put it on the website on the same page with his soap molds. And you might make us a couple of the little ones too with the pop-up tops. I love mine. Yeah, the little pop-up top that's for fingernail files and tweezers and trimmers and combs and things like that.
Turkey calls you make.
Oh, and he
Really
makes
good.
turkey calls too. We might get him to do that. But in any case, he's going to make a few of these and put them on the website for sale. But it'll just be, this box is for sale. You take that particular one home. Because the wood is so random to make them to order, right? Okay, alrighty then. Now we're going to get to doing this next, so I'll bring you right back. Okay, now I've taken my piece of wood. I have got 6 small boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 long box. And I have got, these here are all the individual squares. They're 8 inches by 8 inches. And I'm going to cut my first one. I'm going to get that one out of the way for the moment because that's for the long one.
Use that push to push it on through, Kim.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
You have it here? Where's your push? That was much better.
I'm going to roll my blade up, make sure it's going to go through all these good. Alright, now I have my backslashes for my long ones.
Short ones.
I mean for my small boxes. And I'm going to see how this works for my long one. Let me go get that long one and get it over here. What do you think, Randy? This would be
Move your
sitting.
hand, let me see.
This would be sitting on a
It's a little
counter.
too long.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the height. This would be possibly sitting on a shelf somewhere with another shelf on top of it. So I don't want it to stand up real high. But do you think that that right there is too high?
No.
Okay, I think so too. So now I just need to take a little bit off of it. Let me get my pencil and mark it.
I think Don saw over there would do that.
And I just turned it over and I can mark this side. And so now I've got a mark on both ends. Okay, Randy is using a sander to make the edges smoother. Alright, round and, wait a minute, wait, we can't see what you're doing. Now we could have done that with just a piece of sandpaper, right?
Yeah.
And just get it with our hand or a sanding sponge, but we had this equipment. showing the final.
Just rounded it off, and then you take some sandpaper to finish it.
All right, and now.
Takes a lot of work out of it.
Now we're going to do all of these that way too.
Just on 2 corners of it.
2 corners. And the bottom corner don't really have to be sanded.
No.
Hold those up where they can see them on the camera. There we go, I got him. Okay, the bottom corner, because it'll be behind. So you just need the sides and the
sides
top,
look
and
pretty
then round the corners.
The sides look pretty good on these.
Yeah, but just giving them a little smooth job. Okay, so now we're going to attach our backsplash to our boxes, and on this one, I had enough material to just make it flush with the ground. And so Randy's going to put the screws in. We don't think that it'll cause a problem with splintering, so we're not going to pre-drill.
Well,
And then one in the middle and one on the end. Okay, now our backsplash is on. And now when you're doing this, after we stain it and everything, you could take cardstock and use some type of glue and glue a paper logo up here.
Yeah.
Or even what is it when they put something in plastic, where they plastic coats, laminate. You could
That's it.
laminate it and attach it here. You could also put the prices right here, like
or you
all that.
could paint a nice stencil or something
Yeah,
on
you
there,
could paint stenciling on it.
and then mount it to your box.
Right, but that would be harder to change.
Yeah.
If you do something like this, then if you change where it's going or what kind of soap is in it or the trade name, or if you change something, it would be harder if you've painted on it, but painting on it would look awful cool. But anyway, you could put like essential soaps, all natural, $6 each. Or Grandma's old-fashioned lard lye soap, $6 each, or $8 each, or $10 each, whatever the store wants to charge for them. And you could leave the price off if the store wants to do their own thing. And when I put soaps on consignment, I give the store 30%. And so now let's do one of the small ones, Randy.
Okay.
Now I'm doing it slightly different because I didn't have enough of this kind of material to go all the way to, well, I don't know. I think that that's a little short. Does that look too short to
A
you?
little bit.
Yeah, I thought we should bring it up a little bit. Let me look at it. Can you hold it and me examine it?
Can, but I'm gonna get inside something to put on the table.
All right, hold it with one hand and let go of the other. Yeah, so let's see. So that's about an inch in. And
About
so,
having all this stuff around. I'll show you how we're gonna do this.
okay, about an inch taller than the bottom.
Let's set this underneath it.
Is that an inch?
About an inch. How's it look?
Okay. All right, adhere the little booger.
You just hold it right there for a moment and you'll do it.
Okay, the batteries are starting to go dead. My camera batteries need to be replaced, and I'm not sure exactly how much you've seen, but this is how we did it.
Okay. All we're gonna do is just put my hand over the fridge bracing. particular drill bit, screwdriver bit, is not working good with these screws.
There we go. All right, so, and we put this little board down, and we set it on top of that to give us exactly the right height and whatnot. It was easier than trying to, balance everything. And here is 2 of the little boxes and the 1 big box. And I'm going to stain these and decorate them, and then I'm going to put soap in them and go door to door to different shops and have different kinds of soap in my car. So if they wanted to do the old-fashioned line, or if they want to do the acne and the itch be gone and the sinus, I can just put whatever they would like in the boxes. So I'll have the supply in the car as I go. Alright, so we're going to finish these boxes, and if the battery lasts, I'm going to show you how we're going to stain them. Turn it off, Randy.
Yes.
Okay, everybody. My husband's going to stand there and watch that camera and see if it cuts off.
I am.
And what we're doing is I'm just taking a rag, and I am just putting my stain on like this. And it would have been better if I had remembered to get a
Foam brush.
one of those foam disposable brushes.
Be careful not to splash that out on his table.
Yeah, he says, don't you get that stain on my bent work table. And I'm having to work to get it up in the grooves. But I wouldn't have had to done that if I'd had a disposable brush. And my dad had just thrown the last one he had away. So there you go. Because he had used it several times, and I'm working to get it down in the cracks. Let me show you what I've got done so far. Isn't that pretty? Alright, and so now I'm going to just keep working, and it's easier once you get the bottom done.
Spot on this side there you missed. There you go.
I don't know, should I do the bottom ring?
Well, I think I would. Nah, it don't matter. No, I wouldn't, because this is going to be sitting and display in some people's shops, and so as nice as you can make it look, the better it will be.
And as I said earlier, this is a all-in-one stain. It does everything.
Looks like a mahogany.
I got wood stock. I mean gun stock. And I'm going to squeeze some down in the cracks where it's not getting, because I don't have that sponge. And because some people might put it on a counter that people would be able to walk behind, I am
bottom
going
and top
to do the back of it as well.
You do the edges.
Oh, I'll just go ahead and rub a light coat on the bottom.
the top part of your edge board.
Okay, my battery is just out on its last wit's end. So here is our finished box. And I thank you so much for watching my commercials. That helps me out. Thank you so much for using my Essential Depot link. And remember, all my free recipes and all my videos are pretty well categorized, plus some more information on KimberlyMcNutt.com. Plus, you can click on once you go to KimberlyMcNutt.com, you can click on my Facebook link. Okay, and then you can click on my Facebook link there and go to my Soapers chat page on Facebook. Alright, so remember, you made it with Essential Soap. So let's get soaping.